Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about women and weight training. Okay, now we have to assume that most of the women watching this are somehow involved with shooting, whether they be doing tactical training or target shooting or recreational shooting, because this is a gun channel basically. So any women watching this are shooters. Okay, and in that respect, what I'll say is that any physical activity that you do, you'll do it a little bit better if you're a little bit stronger. Now, you don't need to be as strong as me, or the next guy. You just need to be a little bit stronger than yourself. Okay, so that's the first thing we'll put out there. And if you look at all athletes, regardless whether they're tennis players, swimmers, runners, they all lift weights. Okay, and they all train the entire body. Because that not only gets them better at the sport, but there's also injury prevention. Okay, you want all your muscles to be strong throughout your whole body, because what happens is, if you only train certain muscles or you don't train certain muscles, what happens at some point, you will go to use that muscle, and if it hasn't been trained, basically that's your weakest link, and that's where you're going to get injured. Okay, so basically you need to train the entire body. All right. So next, let's talk about what type of workout a woman should do. Okay. Now, the thing to consider there is that a man and a woman's body are 99% the same. Okay, same bone structure, same muscle structure, same organs. Okay, so the same exercises that work well for men are also going to work well for women. Okay, now with men you typically see faster results. Okay, and more pronounced results. Right, if I take a guy especially a guy that's never worked out before, okay, and I throw him in the gym and I give him a very basic workout, okay, he's going to see results within a month. Okay, his strength will probably double, and you'll see visual changes. You'll see his chest get bigger, his legs will get bigger, his back muscles, his abs will tighten up. So any man that starts working out that has never worked out before is going to see immediate results. Okay. With women, it's a little bit slower, and the reason is because of hormones. I mean, basically, men have more testosterone in their body. Women also have a little bit of testosterone, but it's a lot less. Okay, so what happens? It takes more time for women to start seeing results. Okay, now there's a psychological factor here, because with men, because they see these immediate results within a month. Okay, basically they get very excited about it, and they start working out even harder, and then. So basically, the system kind of feeds itself. As they get more results, they want to train harder. And what I have found with women is, they'll work out for a month, they don't see results, and basically they're not happy, or they think maybe this isn't the right workout for them. They start thinking about doing other things. Okay, now I've been a gym owner for many years. Okay, and that's not the only thing I do. I'm also an accountant. I'm also a firearms instructor. But I've owned the gym for many years, and I get guys that'll come into the gym, okay, and a lot of them, these are guys that have never worked out before. Okay, so we're talking about people who have never worked out, and what I'll do is I'll give them a very simple, basic workout. Okay, and my workouts center around 5 main exercises. Your bench, your squat, your deadlift, your rows, and your shoulder presses. Okay, those 5 exercises, pretty much hit the entire body. Okay. Now, in addition to those 5 main exercises, I'll also give the supporting exercise. I'll give biceps, triceps, abs, calves, and all those other exercises. So forearms. I'll throw those in there too. But the main part of the workout is those 5 exercises. Okay. So I'll give this workout, let's say, to the guys when they come into the gym who've never really worked out before, and 60% of them, right? 60% of them will take it. It'll be like some sort of a 3-day split where basically they're working out 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week, for about an hour. Okay, and basically that workout, they'll start seeing results. They'll get excited about the results. Okay, and they'll keep doing it. Okay, now 30% of the guys, right, and I'm being very generic here. I mean, I don't know if it's 31 or 35, but about 30% of the guys basically are not going to have an interest in that type of a workout. Okay. It's not going to motivate them. So what I do with those guys, I basically say, hey, there's a trainer over there. Go talk to the trainer. He'll train you. Okay. So basically now they go over to the trainer, and the trainer basically has to come up with a workout plan that will keep these guys interested and motivated. Okay. Now he can't give them the same workout that I gave them for free, because he's charging them. Okay. So he has to come up with something fancy that's not what I, that's not what I gave. And also, it wouldn't make sense to give them the same workout because obviously that didn't motivate them. Okay, so he's got to come up with all this fancy stuff. Working with bands and with these rubber balls and with ropes and so they come up with these other types of workouts. And it's more, the main goal of that type of workout is basically to keep people interested and motivated, keep them coming back. Okay, so basically with the guys, we said it's about 70% that stick to the simple workout that works. 30% they got to go into something a little bit more complicated. Well, with women, what I have found is that when the women come out that have never worked out before, okay, I give them the simple workout. Okay, again, focusing on those 5 exercises: bench, squat, deadlift, rows, shoulder presses. I'll give them those 5 exercises and the supporting exercises. Maybe 5%, 10% max will take it, go do it, and be happy with it, okay? The other 90%, are not interested in it. It just doesn't motivate them. Now, a lot of it has to do with the way guys think. Because guys, when you give them that kind of workout, they start seeing immediate strength gains. And that in and of itself is a motivator, okay? With a lot of women, a lot of women tend to be interested more in appearance and shape rather than strength, okay? But the group of women that I'm addressing right here, it's probably going to be a little bit different because most of you girls that I'm talking to here, are obviously more motivated because you shoot, and you're going to see more, you're going to value strength more than appearance, I think. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting from the group of women that are actually watching this video. All right, but going back in general, when women come into the gym, maybe 5 to 10% of them will take the simple workout that works. The other 90%, off to the trainer they go. Okay, or off to the aerobics classes or the Zumba classes or all these the spin classes. Okay, and the purpose of all these classes is basically motivation. Okay, it's to keep them interested in it. Now, the most efficient way to work out, is with a simple 3-day split or a 4-day split. That's basically working the entire body. Okay, that's the most efficient way. And by what I mean by efficiency is I want to spend the least amount of time in the gym as possible. Okay, I want to put the least amount of time in there and get the most out of it. Okay. So with a lot of these different classes, I mean, yes, you're getting something out of it, but for the time that you're putting into it, you're probably not getting as much out of it. But of course, anything's better than nothing. And like I said, the biggest factor here is psychological. If that's what motivates you, then that's what you gotta do. But again, for the women that I'm talking to here, okay, I expect that most of you are more aggressive Type A personalities, and for you women especially, the simple workout that works for men will definitely work for you. Now, sometimes women will come to me and they'll be like, well, I don't want, if I do this workout, am I going to look like a man? And the answer to that is, well, if you don't look like a man now, you're not going to look like a man when you do the workout, okay? Now, let's talk about that for a second. The main component, okay, the most important factor here is your genetics, okay? And basically what we're doing is we're trying to influence our genetics, okay? We can only influence our genetics, and we're trying to influence our genetics with diet and exercise, okay? You cannot go beyond your genetics, okay? So if you are a skinny girl to start with, and you start lifting, let's say, really, really heavy weights, and training really hard, and training, let's say you're training right next to a bodybuilder or a power lifter, okay? Never in a million years are you going to get anywhere near them, okay? You will get a little bit stronger, you will get a little bit leaner, okay, from where you are now, okay? But you do not have the genetics to get to where they are. Likewise, like if you look at a world-class bodybuilder or a world-class powerlifter, okay, those guys, basically not everybody that trains can be like that, okay? In fact, most guys try very hard to be like that, and only 1% of 1% can ever get anywhere near that, okay? And again, because the primary factor is genetics, okay? Just because I train really, really hard, whether it be in weightlifting, or let's say I train really, really hard in baseball. I'll never be a professional baseball player or a professional football player or a professional basketball player because I don't have the genetics for it, okay? There's certain genetics that have to be there to give you an advantage in addition to all the training. Okay, so women that train hard, you're going to get strong and get up to a level within your genetics. Okay? And I'll give you an example of myself. Okay, I've been training for about 30 years. Okay, this is as big as I get. Okay, now when I was younger, I trained a lot harder. Okay, I was never any bigger. Okay, I was about the same size I am now, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe 5% bigger. Okay, I was stronger, but again, that strength was not that much more. It was maybe 10-15% stronger than I am now. Okay, and the main issue is as you get older, because I'm in my mid 40s now. As you get older, right, as you start approaching 50, your tendons and your ligaments they lose their elasticity. Okay, so in order to protect them and not have any tears, basically I gotta train a little bit lighter. I still do the same exercises, but instead of doing like 4 sets of 5, I'll do 4 sets of 8 or 4 sets of 10. Okay, because my tendons and my ligaments don't have the same elasticity at 47 years old that they had when I was 35 years old. Okay, and that's just how it is. Okay, but I still do the same exercises. Okay, the number of reps that I do will change. So I think the same thing will work for women. If you're a younger girl, you will be able to do that 4 sets of 5, 4 sets of 8 reps. You'll be able to do that now. If you're an older woman, then yeah, if you're into your 40s and into your 50s, you should probably go with the higher reps. Maybe 4 sets of 10 to 4 sets of 12. Okay, just so that you don't overstress your tendons and your ligaments, because you really can't make your tendons that much stronger. I mean, tendons and ligaments they don't have as many they don't have blood vessels feeding them oxygen and food the way that your muscles do. Okay, so you're kind of stuck with your tendons and your ligaments at wherever you're at. Okay, but that's the fact of the matter. Okay, the same exercises that work for men will work for women. Okay, and you will not look like a man by doing a man's exercise. You will get stronger. Okay, within your genetics, within your genetic limits. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.